What are the ingredients you need for the best basketball team is a lot like what are the ingredients you need for the best investment portfolio. One that comes to mind is just putting together a basketball team. Think about the NBA draft and how you select certain players. Think about recruiting and thinking about what are the ingredients you need for the best basketball team is a lot like what are the ingredients you need for the best investment portfolio. And I encourage you to think about some of the best basketball teams you've been a part of, how the teams operated and who the players were and what it looked like. Every few years, particularly in the NBA, you'll have these super teams where you'll get these great offensive players and you'll put them on the same team, and the idea is that they're so talented they'll win a championship. But year after year we've seen that it takes a lot more than just talent. They have to play cohesively. We need defenders, we need role players, we need them to come together at the right time. It doesn't automatically equate to a championship. Similar to that, I see investors create investment portfolios by simply looking at investments that performed really well in the past year or 3 years. And the question I ask and I pose is, why did the investments do so well? Maybe the economy was booming, maybe interest rates moved down, or we experienced a pandemic. And when the circumstances change, how are those investments going to perform? Is it possible the reason all those investments did so well, that also could be the same reason they all go down in value? What other pieces do you have in the portfolio that are going to keep the account stable when the dynamic and the circumstances change? Similar, if your top player's struggling to score, if they're on the bench in foul trouble, do you have a defense to keep the game close? Do you have instant offense off the bench that can come in and score points? We have to make sure the portfolio has a sense of balance and that it has parts that can balance out the other investments when they're underperforming. I think about the dynamic of an experienced player who's predictable and you know what you're going to get as far as from a production standpoint. They're not going to surprise you. They bring a level of stability versus a young player with tremendous potential, but that also comes with a high level of risk. Well, the same concept works in investing. You have investments that have a track record of stability for many, many decades versus investments that have an opportunity to do very well in the future, but also come with high levels of risk. Just like a basketball team's able to have both of those parts together, so is an investment portfolio. So it's not that you have to choose, rather the balance between the two can actually create the best team of investments. So it's not about putting together an all-star team. It's not about putting together the most entertaining team. It's about putting together the right team, the best team,